incredibly exciting year at Bethesda Game Studios. Given some of that excitement, impressed you're still here.
Now, Karwin, E3's come this year with some reveals and some revelations and a new take on where gaming is going. So far, what did you think of E3 from what you'd seen?
See, now that's the thing is that like I saw enough to be like, I'm actually kind of curious why we still even have an E3. This is what happened.
You mean how every company has like their own convention, and then E3 started yesterday?
Yeah, like everybody's got like their own like pre-game
Yeah.
direct, like because Nintendo Direct, like we do our own
The
video
Microsoft
presentations.
conference, yeah.
And now everybody else is like doing
their own thing.
yeah, like on YouTube and stuff.
EA has their own thing
Because not everybody can get there, but everybody has a
Ubisoft.
video game. See, and that's my thing. But the stuff that I did love from... I have a list. I had to have a list. Well, for starters, Microsoft, bravo.
Yeah,
Bravo.
dude.
A lot of Microsoft stuff that I was very much like, oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. I get to take all my games everywhere, the ones I care about, not the Funko Pop Gears of War, but like Gears of War. Gears of War? I'm in.
Like
I'm
Gears
there.
of War 5.
And my console's my own server. Are you fucking shitting me right now? That was pretty dope. That stuff I loved, yeah.
Yeah, like Doom Eternal, I was very much like, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077, like, thank God for Keanu Reeves.
Cyberpunk.
Like, and that guy that shouted out, like...
You're breathtaking.
You're breathtaking.
That man would have sucked his dick on that stage.
And that's fine. That's all right. That's his prerogative.
Yeah. You know what I loved about the Bethesda conference?
What?
There was a random paid group of people who kept just going, woo, for everything, even though they've been fucking up like all year long. With very controversial, gross things their executives have been doing and the terrible stuff they've been making.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just great to just hear a bunch of paid actors at the conference going, yeah!
Halo Infinite, like,
What did you think? I have to ask you, What did you think of that trailer? Because me and you, we emphatically, you bought a fucking Duke controller, and I'm gonna tonight because you gave me your review, and I'm just gonna fuck it. Sarah can yell at me later. So,
just let her yell at you. It's okay. You can hold the control, and the controller is like holding you.
Oh, I love you, Duke.
Duke is just like, I love you too, man.
And I had like palpitations with just how it looked. It looked like the old corridors from the opening like ship level of Halo. How did you feel?
I love the design of Master Chief. At the same time too, I've been burned by Halo, but I keep coming back like a terrible abusive spouse. Like I'm in.
Yeah, he bought me flowers, so I still love him. He loves me.
He popped me right in the goddamn mouth.
Yeah.
So now here I am yet again.
Keeps using the vacuum on me.
Now it's terrible to make that analogy in today's day and age, but I mean that's the
feels
price
like that with these E3s sometimes.
Yeah, like being a fan sucks. Like sometimes, because it's like there's
explain to me how you've been burned by Halo before, just so people listening can get it.
So Halo is a long-standing franchise since 2001.
Yeah.
The first two games are like hailed as like masterpieces.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly 2, I believe, like 1 and 2 multiplayer more, but
1
3
being like the world it created.
But once they got to the next gen, the story kind of started to fall apart a little bit.
And to be fair, that we got to get a taste of where Bungie wanted to take every single game they've ever made. Thing in the sky floats above you. You get to have a bunch of powers, and
you've got some factions.
And good luck, and that's it.
Go out.
Go find Easter eggs.
And then it's like you get to like Halo 3 and 4, which are both for like the 360.
And Reach.
4 felt like a big old 2-parter at the end. And which kind of, I mean, even so, 2 kind of ends on the same kind of note anyway, so all right.
Yeah.
But, like it felt less complete. And then Reach was like the big shebang-a-bang from Bungie, and then they made Destiny, and Destiny's like, say what you will, I guess. I don't want to offend anybody that loves it.
But is it a hit at this point anymore?
I mean, it's free. I guess.
Yeah, it's free now.
But I say I guess, but it's just that like you get to 5 and people say the story is a little bit more lacking. It's starting to kind of show like it's not innovative enough. It doesn't have like edge and emulate a game that doesn't have edge.
How come he doesn't have a side shave head?
Like, why come the story is so lacking? It's like there's a billion books you could pull from. And
why is he in love with Cortana?
why is Cortana
Thick. Why do I want her so bad?
Why am I got a boner for a hologram in a video game?
Why am I here, God?
Why am I here, God? Dinosaurs. Anyways,
Yeah.
but it's just that, like, it was just those things as a fan where it's like I grew up loving it, and like I've just seen it like kind of degrade over time.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're trying to get like a TV show going, and like maybe that might not happen. Who
Yeah,
knows? And it's just kind of like one of those things where it's just like, I mean, it sounds harsh, but it's like I miss when you used to be so beautiful, man.
You used to be beautiful, motherfucker. and then shoots you in the car seat.
Yeah.
That's a Jackie Brown reference for all you lazy ass.
And that's just my thing, and it's like I would love to see it return to some sort of form of glory.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, Bungie started it, but 343 is doing like pale imitations.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't like that idea, and I'm kind of just like, well, all right, you know.
I mean, do you feel here's what I get? Here's what I get.
I do love that multiplayer though. So
I know that fucking Halo 5, man. My takeaway from the trailer, and this is just what I gather from it, from the information they're trying to kind of sell people on, is although the world might be vast, I think it's going back to how Halo 1 levels were. Do you remember Halo 1 levels?
yes, I do.
Where like when you land
Polygons everywhere.
yeah, tons of them. And where when you land, you had like objectives, and you could complete those in whatever order you needed to. Right? Like you could do the same thing. Like whenever you were on the Halo itself, you could, like there was one mission where you got to find keys at some point, and what ends up happening is there's 3 different locations, and you can hit those in whatever order you want to. And I think they're going to bring more of that. The one thing I did notice that it seemed like they were going back to is the form and function of how it's about the heart of the story is Master Chief and keeping him human. And I do like the nod to a man looking at his wife as a hologram. Because it also comes to the idea when Chief looks at his hand and it's got the little chip where you would see Cortana in it originally.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't one.
Right.
So it's kind of hinting to the fact that I think they're going to put more heart into the game than like Agent Locke. Which
so true.
Which is like
Played by Mike Coulter, from most famous for playing Luke Cage. But,
now defunct.
But he didn't do the voice; he was just the likeness. So they brought in a random voice actor to.
So that to me is kind of like, it has me hopeful. It looks fucking beautiful because they said in-game engine
Slipstream.
Yeah. And for it to be bundled with like the Scarlet is kind of like, okay. In my mind, it's like I trust Phil Spencer to not bullshit me, because he's even said in some interviews at E3 where he was like, I'm not going to say, he goes, I'll tell you the one thing we did bad, and it was more of like looking at it as like a box of entertainment. It's kind of what they looked at the original Xbox One as. And he was kind of like, we had to fix that. And I think with like the Ultimate, the Game Pass Ultimate thing and the xCloud shit and that getting great reviews, it was kind of like seeing them actually go back to games being a focus. Like everything streams your apps. Everything plays Netflix. No one gives a fuck about that anymore.
Right. But
You know
then
what I mean?
also my same time too is like, I get it. Like a lot of people boo-hooed by the idea of it being like a gaming entertainment system. But I'm like, you know what? That's all consoles are. Entertainment systems.
The
Like,
Nintendo
that's what-
Entertainment System.
Yeah,
if the
NES.
Nintendo could have been a VHS player and a fucking video game player, it would have been.
Yeah.
Like that's
That
the
shit
truth.
would have been wild, son. Like,
Yeah, you want to watch the Super Mario Brothers movie
And
and
then
play
fucking
Super Mario Brothers? Play it at the same time. See what happens.
everybody, people would have fucking lost their
Yeah,
shit.
thank you.
Fucking-
Exactly. They try to put a CD player on top of the Sega Genesis.
Then check this out.
Got that